Brady and company coming out, and man, was it a celebration.
Well, listen, in the pregame, Tom Brady was fired up, so he knew he was ready to play.
Well, here's Brady here to Julian Edelman for 13 yards, and this would certainly be a theme on this night.
Well, they started the game off early, and when all they were doing was just nickel and diming and just taking what they were given. And here it started. This is the beginning of the Pittsburgh Steelers just simply not covering Gronk, and smart on Brady's part to make certain that they started rushing things as we see to make certain that they could get this play
You
off.
can see him right here just saying, there's nobody on him. I got to go to him as soon as possible, and then Gronk breaks a tackle and takes care of the rest. You need more than one man, especially if it's a corner, to bring him down. No offense.
Well, and you got to want those DBs to actually want to tackle Gronk, too. That might be able to help.
Then you look at this little touch pass. Just drops it in there to Danny Amendola.
This is one that I think Tommy wants back. Completion, yes, but there was a lot more meat on that bone if the ball was a little bit inside. This one, typical Brady, Gronk, nice touch pass. What Pittsburgh's defense was doing, I'm not sure, ED.
I know what they were
Listen,
doing.
if you're going to put two guys on Gronk, at least at the very minimum, one guy has to put his hands on him. Even if you got to hold him down the red zone, you can't get one hand on Gronk and expect him not to go up and high point the ball in the back of the end zone.
A lot of missing pieces for the Steelers tonight. You saw them there. Le'Veon Bell, Marquise Pouncey, and Martavis Bryant. And this is one of the fill-ins, D'Angelo Williams, and he had himself a night replacing Le'Veon Bell.
I think this is definitely a big pickup for these guys, and this right here is a way to get yourself back at home when your kicker missing it. But having D'Angelo on this team is going to be big for them until they get Le'Veon Bell.
That was their third kicker. I mean, they've been snake-bitten there.
Filling in for Sean Sweezum, who's on IR. And Ben Roethlisberger getting dragged down by Dante Hightower.
You got to give Hightower credit. Ben is one of the best at avoiding tackles in the pocket, avoiding sacks in the pocket.
But Pouncey,
Cody Wallace.
Yeah, Cody
Pouncey
Wallace.
wouldn't have let that happen.
Pouncey, I mean, you got the protection as one-on-one. That's Cody Wallace instead of Pouncey.
But you attack the weakness. You attack the weakness. You got a young guy there, you attack it.
They attacked it.
Well, perhaps Darius Hayward-Bay could save them in the end zone or not.
Yeah, well, you look at this is what was happening in this game, the first half, a tale of what could have been. DHB gets back there, he can't do it. You missed two field goals. That could have definitely changed the complexion of the game.
They did eventually get a field goal from Josh Scobie here, but Brady comes right back and hits the other tight end, the new one, Scott Chandler, for the touchdown.
On this play, I was telling Nate, the Patriots test your rules. You get a linebacker out in space on this play. If you have a corner, they understand you run into that defender, that's a pick play. Linebacker runs around it. He's not comfortable. That's what they were expecting. They got a touchdown out of it.
Now here comes Big Ben looking for his go-to guy, Antonio Brown, and it works out here good for 33 yards.
This is another one of those plays where on the replay, Malcolm was in his hip pocket and just scramble rules got him beat.
Then on 3rd and goal, Will Johnson just squeaks over the goal line for the touchdown. The Steelers go for 2 and get it, but they still trail 21-11. Here's D'Angelo Williams on 1st and 10.
Set the edge,
Another nice chunk, this time 12 yards for D'Angelo.
Listen, again, week 1 mistakes. You saw defensive mistakes from veteran guys for Bill Belichick's defense that you normally don't see.
Hey, Nate, what's
saw
this?
a great catch.
Toe, drag, swag.
What was that, Nate?
Toe, drag, swag. No, what I like about this is that we work on this drill every day in practice. It's a distraction drill, guy getting his hands right in front of your sight. I love the fact that Marcus Wheaton did not let that ball out of his vision.
Yeah, well, I like the fact that the new safety rules are enforced because old school he would have gotten decapitated.
You're right. McCourty wouldn't have been going for the interception, but going for his ribs.
That's a false start right there on Kelvin Beachum, so the Steelers have to back it up 5 yards. Roethlisberger is none too pleased. Patriots come back on the ensuing
How?
Wide open again.
How many times did we see 1-on-none coverage on Gronk? It's Gronk, so forget about all the talking about putting your hands on him. Blown assignments in that secondary, it's killing him.
Yeah. Here's Brady to Dion Lewis, and check out Mike Mitchell getting the ball and knocking it out there. But Gronk's Johnny on the spot recovers it for what would be a touchdown.
Good job, Gronk. That was Dion's sole mistake of the night. The young running back played well, had a couple tough years with injuries, played extremely well for this team tonight, but he's got to hold on to the ball because Bill Belichick will sit your butt down if you don't.
They initially ruled it a touchdown. They reversed the call. Then they go right back to Gronk. His 3rd TD of the evening, and the Patriots up 28-14.
Fantasy owners of Rob Gronkowski, congratulations.
Later in the 4th, Big Ben trying to make something happen with 7 minutes to go. Looking deep for Darius Hayward-Bay. Picked off by Duron Harmon.
Well, bad play by Big Ben. Nice way to catch it in the back. Defensive
Well, right now, I mean, that's just basically a punt. He's just throwing it up, trying to get something to happen.
All right, so 28-21 the final. Not exactly a bloodbath as Heath promised us yesterday, but, you know, Heath has been he's been right and he's been wrong before. I'm not going to pile on you, buddy. I think this was a great game to open up the season, and Tom Brady came out and just put on a show.
Larry Jones playing some football right now.
Hey, Jim Thompson, I know you. I grew up 8 miles from the stadium. I'm 1-0 as a coach. I just have to take on Big Ben and company.
Ready to beat the brakes off.
Roethlisberger to Heath Miller. They would go for 2, even though it's the first score of the game. Yeah, we want to go for 2. We're not kicking it from like 98 yards.
They should. When you got that grown man right there.
Yeah.
Arguably the best, and only 2 other receivers could argue with him.
Now it's the second quarter. Steelers up 16-3. Roethlisberger to another member of the 88 club.
Oh, that is right there. I'm telling you, this is why. Listen, I had so many great plays made by 88, and everybody hit me on the Twitter and the Instagram at 88 Mike 88 at Mike Orban 88. Should this guy get in? Should that guy get in? I shall talk to it later.
You got to stop talking. You're killing me. So they missed the extra point. The first 2 times they went for 2, and they missed the extra point there on Josh Scobie. By the way, that was Darius Hayward-Bay. That was 88.
Yes, I know. I know what I'm doing the rest of the show with. All
right, Carlos Hyde, huge Monday night game in the win over Minnesota. He took one to the head. He checked out okay, but he was not allowed back in the game. Left with just 43 yards.
Use your eyes right there.
There he is. Best receiver in the game going right now.
Watch this move.
Is that the B button on Madden? What is that?
They don't have that button on Madden. I'm just going to tell you, they do not have that button on Madden.
That's a grown man.
How you beat double coverage? How you beat double coverage that bad?
You're a man.
And then Antonio Brown again. So gain of 59 the first time.
Mama, there goes that man.
Let me tell you something. This San Francisco team looks horrible.
Just a week ago, they looked so good.
Against who?
A week ago.
Minnesota?
Yes.
Man, please.
Antonio Brown, 9 catches, $195.
Ravens trying to avoid going 0-4 as they head into Pittsburgh on a short week. All right, let's catch you up here with the Steelers here from week 3. A little fire.
Little pyrotechnician mishap there.
Yeah, so this game delayed just some 26 minutes because of the excitement there in the player intros.
They needed that delay. Maybe a little bit. Maybe the whole entire. Maybe they needed to cancel the game.
Ouch. Todd Gurley, though, didn't want to wait any longer. He's making his NFL debut after being out with an injury. So is Le'Veon Bell making his season debut. And Bell would make an immediate impact. Here's Ben Roethlisberger. With Bell split out wide, got it. 10 yards.
Yeah, the run after the catch ability is just like an extra wide receiver when you split him out wide.
9 plays later. Yeah, this is a big-time drive for the Steelers to start here. And he's got Bell again, gain of 20 on 3rd and 5.
It's just a matchup nightmare. What are you going to do? You're going to throw a linebacker out there. You've got no choice. You've got Laurinaitis in coverage. That's not going to end well.
Steelers, though, would have to settle for a field goal. They go up 3-0. That field goal is good, by the way. Here you go. Next Steelers possession. Still up 3-0. Bell. This time on the ground up the middle. 19.
That's what makes them special.
This Rams, remember when the Rams beat the Seahawks? Everybody got all excited, and then the Redskins ran the ball down their throat, and then here come the Steelers.
And Bell.
We made the statement about the Miami defense. This might be the most disappointing defense so far of the year. And listen, there was defense being played this game, but still, they look a little disappointing to me.
All right, so Le'Veon Bell had the touchdown. Steelers were up 9-0. Now trailing 9-3, had the Todd Gurley run, 6 for 9 yards, 1 catch for 5 yards. So rough start here for Gurley. Ensuing Steelers possession here, Roethlisberger sacked by Mark Barron, and this is the injury. That's not supposed to happen to the left knee. As Barron forced to go low there on Roethlisberger, and the knee kind of bends awkwardly. And even worse, as Roethlisberger then helped onto the cart. And clearly in some pain and
you're the son of a former trainer. It looks like MCL to me. I'm calling MCL.
Well,
I'm hoping for it.
The Steelers certainly hoping it's not ACL, because that would most likely mean the end of the season. So in comes Michael Vick. Yes, signed during the preseason after Bruce Gronkowski went down, and he connects with Le'Veon Bell for 20. Fourth quarter, same drive. Vick sacked by Robert Quinn. Loss of 8, and, well, Quinn fumbles, although it is recovered by Bell.
Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a problem because Michael Vick, feeling pressure, securing the football, 2 problems for him to pass.
Steelers would punt. 4 possessions later. Rams ball folds deep to Lance Kendricks, but it's picked off. Will Allen got it. Returns it to the Rams 31. That leads to a Steelers field goal. So it's 12-6. Next Rams possession, 4th and 6. Foles looking for Kenny Britt.
You're seeing a struggling offense in St. Louis. That's why I'm sitting here saying, listen, it's a low-scoring game, but your defense has to create turnovers. They got to get sacks. They got to get interceptions. They got to put Nick Foles in this offense in a better place to score, better position to score, DJ.
So this was a huge play in the game. It was initially ruled a completion here to Kenny Britt for 7 yards. Would have given the Rams a first down. Instead, it was reviewed and overturned. Britt's arm hits the ground. Ball moves. So therefore, it's an incomplete pass. Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers win, but Roethlisberger loses, of course, with the injury off and leaving St. Louis on crutches. He is now heading back to Pittsburgh for an MRI. Should know more in the next 24 hours on the status of Ben Roethlisberger, who goes 20 for 24 in the limited action after leaving early. And Le'Veon Bell, 19 rushes on the ground, 62 yards and a touchdown. Steelers win it 12-6.
This was a show. Michael Vick talking to Big Ben Roethlisberger.
This is
Vick,
how you do it, Mike. This is how you do it. Just watch me.
Say, you know what? I think it's probably a good idea to go to Antonio Brown. One would normally agree.
Hey, B. That was a great throw. He threw it away from the defender. Jimmy Smith was laying out. That's the only place to put the football. It was a perfect
Beautiful
throw.
ball. This is the one that we've seen AB make for Big Ben so many times recently.
Maybe the left-handed spin.
That's what it was, man. It's the left-handed factor.
Yeah, Daryl Smith said, spin or no spin, I'm getting to you
I like
here.
Smith, man.
That was it.
He's got a
Steelers out of field goal range. Then on the next drive,
listen, why not?
Great play.
Le'Veon Bell.
Where's Mike Vick? Where's Mike Vick?
He's right there. He put on 5 extra pounds this year just so he can block defensive backs and spring his running back.
Good finish. Great finish. Great run, too.
What a block, man. Look at him.
That number 2 on Mike Vick still just doesn't sit right with me.
Look at Vick. You think he's liking it? Steelers up 10-7.
He's like, hey,
fast forward now.
Hey, dummy, don't get hurt. That's what he said to him.
To the third quarter, Ravens have the ball. And this is just great individual effort from Cameron Hayward. He knocks the ball out. Ross Cockrell corrals it, keeps his feet in bounds. What a play from Cockrell.
When we talk about turnovers, the quarterbacks are always the #1 target on our sheet.
Yeah.
Try and strip the quarterback. They're careless with the football.
2 turnovers for Flacco tonight. Then Vick connects with
Nice throw.
who else? Darius Hayward. They looked like he tried to drop it for a second, but he couldn't do it.
He tried to drop
that, man.
Hey, listen, catch it in any way you can, I guess.
A couple years ago, he probably would have dropped it.
You know what? That's a great play by Darius Hayward. They caught it right there under his armpit. Steelers up 20-7.
Great throw, Vick.
Hey, you know who else had a great game tonight? Justin Forsett.
Yeah,
that's a great run.
He got back on track tonight.
They got to deal with him.
Yeah.
They got to deal. They got to bargain. This kid is good.
Hadn't had more than 68 yards in a game coming in. Goes off for 150 tonight. Flacco with a perfect pass to Lamar Aiken.
Yeah, well, that was Cockrell again, who played some really good football tonight in coverage. Just kind of lost track of the ball. Nice play by Aiken. Good toss by Joe.
Aiken had a good game.
How
He
about
really
this
did.
call? A fake field goal in the third quarter, sniffed out by the Steelers.
I ran this in high school for a touchdown.
I can just say, Harbaugh was a special teams guy, right? Okay.
Steve Smith taking a tough hit out of bounds from Lawrence Timmons. You can see him walk back to the huddle here, falls to the ground, leaves the game with a lower back injury.
Well, and I can tell you this. We don't want to speculate how bad it is. This guy is an absolute warrior. For him to not come back into the game, I hope it's not too serious.
Then in the fourth with Steve looking on, Roethlisberger pumping up the crowd. The Ravens have the ball down.
No,
by
sir,
3.
Willie McGinnis.
Going for it on 4th and 1.
The trenches, you know when these two teams play, and sometimes the game is won in the trenches. That was a big down.
John Pittsburgh. Talk about a big down.
Josh Scobie.
Tell me about this, Dan.
From 49 yards out. No good. He had a rough night.
Yeah.
He had a rough night. Ravens take over.
I'm gonna post a picture on Twitter here in a minute. That's kind of funny.
Going for it on 4th and 10. Joe Flacco, look out below. Here comes James Harrison.
Talk about the fountain of youth. I see you 92.
5 times a night. Joe Flacco was sacked 5 times a night. Not a good job by the offensive line in pass protection.
3rd and 4.
Give it to Bell up the middle. Nothing going there.
I don't mind that. I like my chances with Bell.
Listen, You're up 3. You're playing conservative football. I get it. This is your third-string kicker.
I don't like that.
Twice tonight.
I don't
This
like
time
that.
from 41 yards out, Scobie can't make it. So the Ravens take over at their own 31. Even Steve Smith can't believe it. He's not in the game.
Yep.
Flacco on 3rd and 10 with 29 seconds to
What a
go.
great throw.
Finds Kamar Aiken for a 20-yard game.
Making plays, man.
And this is the stuff about Joe that frustrates you. That was beautiful. Stood there, took a hit, makes a strike, big play,
Justin
ties up the
Tucker
game.
in, and we do have a tie game. Going to overtime on Thursday night.
Remember that 3rd and 4 that we showed you for the Steelers a few minutes ago where they didn't really get a lot? I think that one play spooked a lot of the play call here.
Then on 4th and 2, they call the quarterback keeper.
I don't know about
Doesn't
that.
get it.
On 3rd and 2, what they do, Willie?
They passed the ball.
And it's,
I'm giving it to Bell.
yeah.
So the Steelers turn it over on downs.
Yep. 4th and 1 again.
And then they get it back, and they can't complete the pass to Antonio Brown. So the Ravens will take over once again. You can see Harbaugh celebrating there.
They got life.
And you know
got a
what
chance.
the Ravens had tonight that the Steelers did? A kicker who can make field goals.
Consistent kicker.
Justin Tucker from 52 yards out. Game, set, match. The Ravens win for the first
Huge
time
win.
this season.
Huge
a
win.
Monstrous win. They could ill afford to go 0-4 because only one team since 1992 has ever made the playoffs after starting 0-4.
those stats,
That would be
Danny
the
boy.
Chargers led by Stan Humphries back in the day.
(24-20) as it has just gone final. Let's get you the highlights. Antonio Gates active for the first time after serving his 4-game suspension, and right out of the gate,
Didn't take long.
the future Hall of Famer making his
Nobody
presence
put
felt.
hands on this guy at the line of scrimmage. Willie, what's up with that, man?
I'm
10
not sure,
yards in
but
the
I know
first
one
down.
thing.
Rivers going right to his
Wherever
go-to.
he's at, we're going to locate him and make sure he doesn't have a free release.
Like right here.
3
Opening
plays
This is
later.
like stealing, man.
Rivers, beautiful touch on that pass to Gates. 100th career touchdown reception, second tight end ever to get to that mark. Joining Tony Gonzalez. Second quarter, same score. It's Le'Veon Bell. Look at the juke. Just puts his foot in the turf.
The acceleration, the strength, the power. Best player on the field tonight.
Newly signed kicker Chris Boswell would hit a 47-yard field goal. Steelers down 7-3. Next Pittsburgh possession. Bell running right, picks up 32 yards.
Pretty body.
Isn't that pretty, man? He puts you in the deep freeze, doesn't he, with some of those stops and starts now.
He had 105 rushing yards in the first half alone. Vick sacked by Corey Leggett. So 7-3 San Diego at halftime. Third quarter. Vick trying just to get some kind of comfort level in the offense. Intercepted. Jimmy Wilson on the pick.
Should have been.
Well, that a missed opportunity of a big play.
Nearly the pick, I should say, by Wilson. As Vick staring down Haywood Bay on that pass, the Steelers would punt. Ensuing drive. Rivers over the middle. Intended for Malcolm Floyd.
Oh, the play right there.
This is the way to finish. You see the lineman just jogging. He gave up on the play. He should get a loaf. And he allows him to score. And this happened to be the momentum changer and to actually play to win the football game.
Offensively, they need the defense or special teams to step up.
Number 60 needs to be sat down. Like, you don't stop in the middle of the play. Make a play on this guy right here. Watch him run right by him. You start jogging.
Great play
That's
by the
unacceptable.
defensive back.
Well, Anton Lake right there. You know he had safety help over the top. He was able to cut that off underneath.
Third pick six, by the way, thrown by Rivers on the season. Fourth quarter. Vick targeting Marcus Wheaton, but it's incomplete. Pittsburgh would punt. Rivers connects with Floyd over the middle. They pick up 32 down to the 27. 3 plays later, this is 3rd and 10. Rivers to Gates.
Fresh legs.
What an
Ready
impact.
for the night.
I mean, right here.
Instant impact.
The same route that he scored the first touchdown on, to the corner.
They still didn't put hands on.
And look at
That
that
and the
beautiful
safety had
touch
no
pass.
chance from this position, the safety position, to go cover that.
Chargers up 17-10, second touchdown of the night.
Well, it's
Antonio
101
Gates.
total that he's caught. Most of them on plays just like that.
How would the Steelers respond?
a good
Ensuing
call.
drive. Vick play fakes, launches to Wheaton. Wide open for the 72-yard touchdown, and the Steelers in business.
And this is a great move by Wheaton. It's a double move. on the pass route. Flowers looks back in the backfield on the double move. Then he has to grab the receivers. And you see Vick taking hits like this.
Tell you what, that's how he gets the respect from his teammates. Takes that kind of a shot to make that type of play, didn't bail on it.
And that's the double move. Flowers got caught looking in the backfield. And it was a free play because it was holding regardless.
And that's a pretty good cornerback that he's beaten on that play in Brandon Flowers. Ensuing Chargers drive. Rivers to Lardarius Green, 4 yards and a first down.
They just got the tight ends involved right here in this last drive. Get down the field.
This is a 3rd and 8 play. Rivers looking for Keenan Allen, but the pass batted down at the line of scrimmage. Next play, Josh Lambo out for a 54-yard attempt. This was a kid that was kicking in the MLS just last season. Beat out Nick Novak for the job in the preseason. Bangs it in from 54 to give San Diego a 3-point lead. And so Mike Vick on the big stage. A drive that started at their own 20.
On the run like that, getting out of the pocket.
Hayward Bay, leaping grab for the 15-yard first down. This is a 3rd and 6.
There you go, Mike.
The old Mike Vick.
That's the old Mike Vick right
inside
there.
Inside the 20.
Didn't slide. Didn't slide, man. Just throw it to Heath Miller. Wow.
Miller inches away from the goal line. Penalty on the play was called on Jaleel Adai. Unnecessary roughness on the hit. That stops the clock with 5 seconds left. The Steelers still had their timeout, and then they make the very
go for the win. Baldy.
Interesting decision to go for
it. Well, it worked, Mike, so it looks good right now. No, but that's obviously situational football where they're, in 1 yard to go. We got to win the game. What are we going to do? We're going to go Wildcat here. This effort. He was stopped at the 2.
Listen, we've seen this play before. Time is run down. You got one of your best players in the backfield. Hand them off the ball. Give it to him. Okay?
24-20 the final as the Steelers win it with zeros on the clock.
Ted Ginn fan in the stands. I'd like to see that in Seattle. Look at that.
All right, so here we go. Kind of a wacky game here in Pittsburgh. Cardinals and Steelers. Cardinals stayed up at the Greenbrier in West Virginia all week.
Shouts out to Ironhead Hayward. Please stop finding that man for honoring his daddy.
And so here comes Carson Palmer. Boy, gets a big hit there from your guy. That's Cam Hayward. And incomplete. So 3rd and goal here for Carson. And he's got
said earlier in the week, when you look at the scout report, it just seemed as though there was going to be too much firepower in this receiving core for Steelers secondary. But we'd have to find out if that was true or not. Looked good early.
Michael Floyd's first touchdown of the season. Guys, and the Cardinals up early in Pittsburgh, 7-0.
The way the Pittsburgh offense struggled early on and the way the Cardinals got rolling, I thought this game might get out of hand in the Cardinals' favor.
All right, next Cardinals possession.
What a grab by Lawrence Timmons. I'll tell you what, he made every linebacker that played that position proud with this grab.
Palmer, as he's looking for Jermaine Gresham.
Let me get a hold of it.
Timmons
get that
able
arm
to hang on to that thing.
There you go, LT.
First INT of the season for Timmons. All right, so Michael Vick again making the start here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2nd and 15 from his own 2-yard line. Vick, boy, nearly sacked for a safety, then just throws it up. Thank goodness for Antonio Brown playing defense.
That was a fun matchup, though, when you look at Patrick Peterson going up against Antonio Brown.
A little bit of athleticism in that one. 2nd and 16 here for Vick. Later in the 2nd quarter. Going up top for Antonio Brown. This one picked off by Peterson.
With the flag. I think this was a free play.
Yeah, Cardinals were called for roughing the passer, so Steelers would keep the ball. 2nd quarter now. And Vick going to come up limp. This 3rd quarter now with the Steelers down 10-3. Vick comes up limping, a little hamstring here.
That's what happens when you get older.
Well, he came out for a play earlier in the game as well. Landry Jones came in and now look, Vick, the hamstring going to force him to the sideline once again.
Just a little bit, but I know in talking with him the other day and asked him if he feels.
And so on comes Landry Jones once again with Steelers now trailing 10-6. A 3rd and goal here from the 8.
Landry Jones is a draft pick, people.
But they felt so good about him that they went out and signed Michael Vick off the street.
That's all right. It wasn't time yet. That's what they do. They take their time in Pittsburgh. He's showing you he can play now.
Look at Martavis Bryant making his season debut and making it count. Excellent catch and staying in bounds there from Bryant for the 8-yard score. Steelers take the lead.
Show him, Landry.
Nice back of the end zone play with your guy who's 6'5". Let him go make one. Right?
What a weapon to add to your offense, though, after a few games. I mean, he is a big-time difference maker.
Which one, 10 or 3?
Number 10. although Matt Castle is watching this game saying, see, third-string quarterbacks, man.
Yeah.
Just give me a shot.
Get it done. Steelers on top 12-10. That was after a missed 2-point conversion, which was kind of an interesting decision. All right, fourth quarter, Steelers ball up 15-13. And there's Landry Jones, too.
And a reemergence of Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown was hot.
He was
Landry.
Hot.
Well, he wants some more balls.
All right, 8 plays later, 2nd and 6. Jones looking for Brown, but the pass is going to fall incomplete. Steelers would settle for a field goal, so they're up 18-13. Antonio's like, look, man, give me a chance. Give me a chance. I'll make a play for you.
That's him saying we're going to be doing this for a long time after Ben is gone. Let's get this right now.
In 10 years?
Maybe.
All right. Next Cardinals possession, 3rd and 8. Palmer finds John Brown, gain of 20. 10 catches, 196 for Smokey Brown. Next play.
You just wouldn't expect this secondary to do what they're doing, but give Cornell Lake and those guys credit.
There was so much going on in this play. Carson Palmer locks on. It's nice range by Mitchell. It's a great play. And then he gets hurt, and then James Harrison comes flying in and cleans up Roberts. Good night.
All right, so Palmer 29-45, 421 in those 2 picks.
Say his name.
Martavis Bryant. Next Steelers possession.
The first name.
Landry?
Oh, there you go.
I think this is a little bit more about number 10.
Yak!
It was about the quarterback.
18-13. Let's make it 25-13.
He had to put him in position to get the yak.
88-yard touchdown reception for Martavis Bryant. Guys, I have Martavis Bryant in all 3 of my leagues in fantasy. I just thought I should keep him on the bench, let him earn his way into the lineup.
I had Landry Jones as my quarterback.
Smart move, right?
No, I really did.
Steelers 25-13, moving to 4-2 on the season. All right, here we go. Back here, NFL Game Day Live, Steelers Chiefs. Here with you from Arrowhead Stadium. Tony Gonzalez banging the drum there. Did that a few times in the end zone, didn't he? He was a member of the Chiefs. Landry Jones getting the start for the Steelers in place of the injured Ben Roethlisberger, in place of the injured Mike Vick. So here comes Landry, down 9-3. End of the first half, and he is picked off.
DJ.
Derek Johnson.
Daniel Jeremiah right here.
Goes back to the 40-yard line. That's the first career turnover.
We both tore our Achilles. That's the only thing me and Derek Johnson have in common.
What'd you see from him here? Good eyes there, LeVar?
He got into the passing lane. He looked down the quarterback. The quarterback looked down his receiver, and he was able to jump up there and get it.
Landry Jones didn't even see him, and the Chiefs go into the half, leading the Steelers 9-3. Third quarter, remember, this is without Jamal Charles, without Jeremy Maclin for this Chiefs offense, and the defense, again, making plays.
Eric Berry with a nice hustle play right there. I like the post-game celebration now. There was a debate as to whether people were okay with it, should he have gotten the flag, but he threw the ball up, pulled the arrow out, and shot the ball. I really liked it. Good for Eric Berry.
At Arrowhead, and Eric Berry.
You know what? There you go.
With a big
and he
play
is a Kansas City Chief.
For the Chiefs. So here comes Alex Smith, then off the turnover, finds Albert Wilson, 17-yard gain. All right, that was on a 3rd and 10, so big conversion for that Chiefs offense. And how about Charkandrick West?
Held on to the ball.
He sure did, and got himself into the end zone. So the Chiefs now up 16-3. First touchdown of the season for West. Next Steelers possession. Landry Jones going deep for Antonio Brown, and he's got it.
It's a lot of error.
That was with Marcus Peters in coverage there. Here now, Landry feeling it a little more, going back to the air, and this time,
again,
could not connect with Martavis Bryant.
A lot of error on his deep ball today. Give everybody an opportunity to make a play on the football.
Sean Smith nearly picks that thing off. 3 plays later, though, it's a 2nd and 6. And Landry going back to Martavis Bryant. This time he's got him. Nice throw. And he just gets a couple feet down, does Martavis Bryant, while juggling that football for the touchdown. 3rd TD in Martavis Bryant's 2nd game back from suspension. And he's in the end zone, and so the Steelers now within a score. Down 16-10. 4th quarter, same score, 1st and 10. Le'Veon Bell takes the handoff. Boy, gets a couple blocks. And
I don't know why they didn't
huh?
give him the ball more in this game. Right. 17 for $121. They threw the ball more than they ran it. That's not the formula for having Landry Jones in a quarterback.
42-yard gain for Bell. Had 121 yards on those 17 carries. Became the 7th fastest to reach 4,000 yards from scrimmage today, did Le'Veon Bell. 3 plays later, though, Landry Jones sacked by Tamba Hali. And, boy, that drive went bad in a hurry there. The Steelers would settle for a field goal, so they're within 3, 16-13 Chiefs lead. And it's Jarkandrick West winding that clock at a big run, big chunk, 36 yards on the ground for West, who went over 100 yards, 110 yards, in fact, in that touchdown. 4 plays later, Alex Smith to the combine superstar Chris Conley, the rookie out of Georgia, 6-yard touchdown.
A lot of speed in the youngster right there.
And another receiver touchdown from the Chiefs. 7th TD pass of the year for Smith. Chiefs up 10. Next Steelers possession, Landry Jones stripped and sacked by Tamba Hali. Jay Howard recovers that one. First fumble lost by the Steelers.
Little swipe move. That's Tamba Hali. That's what he's done for years.
That's what you do when you
made a career of it.
That state pen. Go ahead, Tamba.
Gets around Alejandro Villanueva.
It was a good Penn State weekend. How about it?
And the Chiefs win 23-13. Expecting Ben Roethlisberger, though, back next week are the Steelers. Everything's turned around there for Pittsburgh in a hurry. Landry Jones, 2 interceptions in his first career start. As you mentioned, DJ, just the 17 carries for Le'Veon Bell.
Give him the ball.
Antonio Brown goes for over 124 yards. He had barely 100 in his previous 3 games combined. Got to get him more involved. Well, Ben Roethlisberger and Le'Veon Bell had yet to play a complete game together, as Le'Veon Bell and Ben Roethlisberger went down in the first game. Le'Veon Bell was back in Week 3 against the Rams. So here comes Roethlisberger, first game since that Rams game and that MCL injury. Finds Antonio Brown, who's a happy guy, huh, Willie?
Nobody's loving him more than Antonio Brown. That Big Ben is back.
There it is. That was a nice drive there for the Steelers. 7-0 Pittsburgh. And so Bell, 511 yards, 3 touchdowns this season. Leads the NFL with rushes of more than 20+. And
hate
this
to see
was
that.
not what you wanted to see. Not what anybody wanted to see here. Bell tackled by Vontaze Burfict, and his right knee gets twisted, caught up underneath him. He would lead the game on a cart.
This has a little something to do with the Bengals. Didn't he hurt his knee last year when they played
Did,
the
at
Bengals?
the hyperextended knee against the Bengals right before the playoffs. All right, Bengals offense really kind of struggling out of the gates here in this first half. First time Bengals had trailed after the first quarter all season. Then you see this snap that they had some trouble on. Giovanni Bernard recovered all the way back at the Steelers' 38. Third quarter now, Mike Nugent, field goal blocked by Cameron Hayward.
This is after he made it. Then they had a false start, had to back it up, and then you lose the 3 points.
Lawrence Timmons going to recover this one. Steelers take over there with 12. Fourth quarter now, Steelers up 10-6. 2nd and 18 for Ben Roethlisberger. Ben going deep.
Let it go.
And looking for Martavis Bryant in the end zone. Officials initially threw a flag for pass interference on Drake Kirkpatrick here.
I think that was a great no call.
And the flag was picked up?
Yeah, I think it was a great no call. Let these guys play. It was a little touch, a little hand fighting, which receivers and DBs do, but overall, not a penalty. Didn't change the play.
Okay, Steelers would then have to punt, so no points on that possession. Andy Dalton down 10-6, throwing the interception in the end zone. Antoine Blake, who they had picked on all day, DJ.
This is a throw, too. When you got the corners back, you can make this throw, but when the corner's playing off and staring right at you, you can't make this back shoulder throw. It's not going to work.
All right, so Steelers ball now, and a couple possessions later, as Andy tries to figure it out on the sideline. Here's Ben Roethlisberger. Under 6 minutes to play, Ben didn't have his full mobility today, did he? He's still a little
strong, but he still break a couple of tackles here and there, but not the same Ben.
Trying to make a play outside of the pocket, and Ben picked off by Sean Williams. Look at this play.
That was a heck of a pick.
That was a great throw. A great catch.
Willie, it's second down and you're bend. You're trying to force the ball to your fullback at that point in time.
I mean, that's big. I mean, he has the ultimate confidence in his arm and his receivers. And
so new life for the Bengals, though. And Giovanni Bernard getting into the act here.
Wanted to see him more involved in this game.
He didn't have one carry. One carry until Bell got hurt.
And there in the reception for 23, setting up Andy Dalton to A.J. Green for the go-ahead touchdown.
That's right, yeah.
And A.J. and Andy put the Bengals up 13-10. So now under 3 minutes to play. And Ben Roethlisberger, it just gets worse. Now picked off back-to-back possessions. This time it's Reggie Nelson, his second pick of the game, guys. Those Bengals safeties.
And George Aloka was hitting people all game long.
He was saying that. Making some big plays. One cost him.
Yeah, one penalty.
That long return was brought back to a couple penalties, and so they ended up getting a Mike Nugent field goal out of that drive. 16-10, Bengals on top. So now under a minute to play for Roethlisberger. Here trying to make some moves. 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger looking for Martavis Bryant. Under 10 seconds. Gets a nice big chunk. And setting up one last shot with 4 seconds left on the clock. Roethlisberger throwing it up back in the end zone, looking for Antonio Brown. Finds him just a little too deep. And the Bengals able to hang on, coming back for the victory, 16-10 over the Steelers in Pittsburgh. Andy Dalton, 23 of 38, had that touchdown. Also had the 2 interceptions. Ben Roethlisberger with the 3 interceptions in his first game back. Big game here at Heinz Field. Raiders and Steelers. Steelers legend, Pirate superstar Andrew McCutcheon, they're hanging out. Franco Harris as well. How about Amari Cooper? More receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns than all other rookie first-rounders. Fine. There's another for you from Derek Carr. 15-yard score.
A nice tandem there.
All alone, LeVar. How'd he get there?
Well, you look at the coverage. They got crossed up. They did a crossing route. Guy that's supposed to be dropping back in coverage was standing there watching. Easy catch and throw.
4th TD of the season for Cooper. And the Steelers find themselves down 14-11 here. Under 4 to play in the half. And Antonio Brown getting in for Ben Roethlisberger, 41-yard gain.
What a nice grab over the shoulder. What a nice ball. I mean, only where he could get a hold of it.
LeVar, 10 catches, 180 yards for Brown in the first half. Still going. 4 plays later, Steelers going for it on 4th down from the 3.
Well, now that seems like a really big pickup for them this offseason, having D'Angelo now that Le'Veon Bell is out for the year.
Another big game for D'Angelo Williams, 3-yard score. Steelers going to the half, leading 21-14. Second TD of the game there for D'Angelo. 4th quarter now, we're tied at 21. Roethlisberger finds Martavis Bryant. Check the move.
Look at the move.
Check the move. 2.
Look at the move.
And gets into the end zone. This after he had a couple of drops early in the game, atoning there to put the Steelers up 28-21.
Oh, know where your help is.
And that's the legend, Charles Woodson. Got him. Touchdown. Bryant, 4th TD of the season. This after he missed.
There's a reason why we're showing the kickoff.
Taiwan Jones fields the kickoff, fumbles after he gets a big hit by Roosevelt Nix. Recovered by Anthony Chickalo at the 6, so good field position for the Steelers. Remember, Taiwan had that big run against the Jets a week ago. Couldn't follow it up this week, and Roethlisberger capitalizes on the field position, finds Jesse James, of course.
Yeah, Penn Stater.
In the back of the end zone, 4-yard score. First career touchdown for James. Don't mess with him, right? 35-21 Steelers lead.
Nice sidestep.
Latavius Murray was dealing with an injury in this one, so you got Jameis Olawale, 19 yards on the TD. Raiders down 35-28. Next Steelers possession, Roethlisberger sacked by Aldon Smith, but that's the least of the
problems. Every time quarterbacks get sacked now and get hurt, it's going to be a dirty play, I guess.
Roethlisberger's left foot rolled up on, as you're going to see.
That's Aldon Smith?
Yep. Oh, just kind of crunched.
Yeah, he went down on it.
And this is after he'd just been back after the left knee injury. Can't put any weight on it. He'd have to be carted off the field into the locker room. He'd later leave Heinz Field early further evaluation on that left foot at a local hospital. Yeah,
it's football.
Tough game, and Steelers finding that out this year in a number of ways. Up 35-28, though.
Oh,
and the Raiders punting.
Well, one good mess up on special teams deserves another, I guess.
Antonio Brown muffs the punt. Just getting this in, a foot sprain for Ben Roethlisberger, so we'll see how long, if at all, that keeps him out. But this was a tough break here for the Steelers, as they were looking to go up 2 scores, but Brown gives it back to the Raiders, and Derek Carr's going to capitalize. Amari Cooper? No. Catches it out of bounds.
He caught it. Kid can play some football, man.
He did. Look at that left cleat.
Close.
Yes.
Almost drug it.
Out of bounds.
That's one of those transitional catches right there. When he starts making those on a consistent basis, you know what it is.
And next play, though, the Raiders will not capitalize. Looking for Clive Walford as Derek Carr, but instead he is picked off by Ross Cockrell. Second pick of the season for Cockrell. And the Steelers kind of breathe a little bit as the Raiders were driving to tie this thing up. So Landry Jones in the ball game, folks, for the injured Roethlisberger. And finds Antonio Brown for a big first down on 3rd and 11. Offensive pass interference, though, called on Marcus Wheaton. That would nullify that 3rd down conversion. The Steelers would be forced to punt.
They weren't able to breathe very long.
Right, so the Raiders get the ball back. Deep inside Steelers territory here, and Derek Carr.
Derek Carr. Tell you what.
To Michael Crabtree.
He's doing it week in and week out.
38-yard score. I'll tell you what, Michael Crabtree signed very late in the free agency period. A lot of teams passed on him.
Slow start to the year, but he seems to be coming on and being a very nice compliment to Amari Cooper.
Perfect throw, though, by Derek Carr. One of his 4 touchdowns on the game. Next possession, though, for the Steelers. They had some time left. So here's Landry Jones to Antonio Brown.
This is over 200 yards amazing already. Run for Antonio Brown after the catch, but give credit where credit is due. The offensive line did their best to pick up the blitz, giving Landry Jones that opportunity to throw the ball.
That's a good point. Brown, 17 catches, 284 yards. Both of those stats, franchise records. Raiders in disbelief as Chris Boswell is on for what would be a game-winning 18-yard field goal. And it is, as time expires. Steelers, big win.
I know there's no moral victories and losses, but the Raiders played a well of a game today.
Well, they've been playing well all season under Jack Del Rio, but they fall to 4-4 with the loss. Steelers move now a game over 500, 5-4, now with a 38-35 victory over the Raiders. All right, so Ben Roethlisberger, remember a week ago, carted off the field at Heinz Field. Now, a week later, welcoming the Cleveland Browns with Johnny Manziel at the helm for the 2nd straight week. Landry Jones did get the start for the Steelers, and boy, this was not a good start for Johnny.
Ball just came out of his hand right here. It was like a pinball, bounced all over the place and found a Steeler.
This was a popular meme early in the day.
But this Steelers defense was opportunistic all afternoon long.
Rather. Social media terms together here. 3rd and 4 for the Steelers. Nearly picked off, and that's Landry Jones, as I mentioned, did start this game for the Steelers in place of the injured Roethlisberger.
You know, you'd have to assume that being in his uniform on the sideline as a backup.
I didn't see that. It was the left foot.
Oh, it's the foot.
Yeah,
it's the left foot. Turns the ankle, right? But the interesting thing is, I think that if Landry Jones did not play well in this game, Ben was coming in,
Ben
and
anyway.
I think that's why he was in his
Michael
uniform.
Vick was inactive. Ben was active as the backup. You see, wearing 2 different shoes there. One on the left foot to kind of
you got to give him that room. You got to give him a little bit of room. You saw that foot coming out of that shoe.
So in comes Ben. We're tied at 3, and Ben right to Martavis Bryant.
Plexico Jr.
Remember, no Joe Hayden, no Dante Whitner for that Brown secondary.
And not much of a pass rush either.
2nd and 17 for Roethlisberger. And he's going up top once again for Bryant.
Just bombs away in this game today.
Look at that catch, but hang on.
Yeah, you got to hold on to the ball.
Bryant gets stripped.
And give the defense credit. They got a hold of him. They got the ball out of it. Right here, right now, you got to pull that ball in.
Yeah, recovered by Quan Williams.
Yep, you're in traffic. You got to protect that ball.
So the Browns defense comes up with a big play in the face of a potential disaster there. And a big Martavis Bryant catch. So the fumble, ball back to the Browns. Ooh. Next Browns drive, Manziel sacked.
That's a no horse collar zone now. Maybe they called it. Well, he got his face mask.
Yeah, face mask. Nearly did like the poltergeist with that's head going all the way around there.
When you lift somebody off the ground
by their face mask.
Yeah, that is a
Browns drive.
You earned your 15 yards there.
Whoa.
Sure did, but the Steelers would end up. Okay, he lost a contact there too from Manziel. Browns drive would end with a punt, so they didn't get anything out of that penalty. Roethlisberger back deep in Browns territory.
As you mentioned,
Antonio Brown happy.
There was no pass rush. You're allowing a man with a wounded foot to set his feet, plant his feet, get himself downfield, and he's making them pay for it.
Antonio would also get the 2-point conversion. It was 14-3 Steelers. Set the score here when
just back in
they're rushing 4. You're dropping 7 and getting beat over the top repeatedly in this game.
So rush 7 and cover with 3, cover with 4.
Steelers up 24-3
do something
here.
Different.
Johnny trying to have a little Manziel magic and nearly does.
That pump fake was amazing.
So the fake jump pass, you don't see that very often.
Guys, this is a drive, though, the Browns would like to forget.
This is what you call one of the illest pump fakes, though, Rhett.
Right. Called, and then he did the other one 10 yards down the field.
Yeah.
Called a touchdown on the field, right? Or marked just shy at the 1.
Yeah, but it wasn't a touchdown, right?
It wasn't. Not called a touchdown on the field. It was marked shy, just 1 yard shy of the goal line. And so here are the Browns. 4th and goal. Johnny trying to make a little more magic, and he is picked off in the end zone. So he gets all the way down to the 1 yard line, and it ends in an interception.
Yeah, spectacular touchdown to a spectacular interception.
Now, this is spectacular.
Mike Mitchell.
The end of the play I'm talking about. Watch this. Landed it. Now, we've been talking about Mary Lou Retton and all these different Olympians and gymnastics. If this isn't a stick, watch him stick this landing. Watch him stick it. 10.
Wow, 10. I'll give him a 10. I'll give him a 10 on that.
10.
Bella Caroli, can we get Bella Caroli on the phone, see what he says?
I think he's already on the phone.
8, 9, 10.
All right. So, look, Johnny Manziel throws for 372 yards in a losing effort for the Browns. Steelers 30-9. Roethlisberger, 3 touchdowns on the day, 2 of them to Antonio Brown, Big Ben.
The legend of Ben Roethlisberger grows. I bet you everybody's buying Big Ben burgers today at Manny's.
Maybe Ben will.
Check out a good one up in Seattle on Sunday, which happened to be Russell Wilson's 27th birthday. What'd you guys get him?
Happy birthday! He got enough money.
Yeah, that's true. Big Ben making his first trip to the Emerald City. Steelers hadn't played there since 2003. All right, second quarter, weird one. We're going to fake it. Landry Jones is going to try and pick up the first down on 4th and 2.
Who are they throwing it to?
Jumbo Elliott. Picked off by Jeremy Lane, just activated from the PUP list.
Oh, he's going to run away.
Remember, he broke his arm in the Super Bowl, but he ran out of gas. Now, so you asked, Nate, who the Steelers were looking for?
I would like to know.
Well, I mean, is it Antonio Brown? No, it's their big threat, Alejandro Villanueva. The tackle eligible. Oh. So that sets up Russell Wilson to Doug Baldwin, who balled out.
Doug Baldwin. Remember a few years ago when they called him pedestrian?
Yeah, I think that was last week, actually. Third quarter, Steelers up by 7. Roethlisberger picked off by Atama Rubin, the longtime Cleveland Brown. Big Ben's wondering, what in the heck happened? That's one of those. Get back here! Get back here!
Can't bring it back.
Next play, Russell Wilson looking for his leading receiver, Jimmy Graham. And how in the heck did he make this catch, Nate?
Well, listen, he went up. It's a 50-50 ball. It's you and the DB. You try to grab it with your hands. You miss it the first time. Keep your eye on it. Check him out. Bounce, tip. The only one looking at it is Jimmy. That's the reason he came down with that rock, Chris.
That would set up a Thomas Rawls 1-yard plunge. Seahawks still trail by 1 after a blocked PAT. On to the 4th. Big Ben picked by Richard Sherman. His first interception for the Shermanator in his last
I don't know what you
dozen
call
games.
that.
Antonio Brown kind of got tripped up a little bit, as you'll see here. This happens.
Well, you got to give credit to Richard Sherman. He was putting hands on him at the line of scrimmage. Matter of fact, he was doing a good job on them all game. Let's credit Richard Sherman when he does a shutdown job. He did that today.
2 plays later, Wilson to Graham. It's incomplete, and it's the last play of the year for Jimmy Graham. Torn patella tendon. This is the same thing that derailed Victor Cruz last year.
Man, that's no bueno.
He will have surgery. We'll talk about what that means for Seattle moving forward momentarily. 3 plays later, without Graham, Wilson looks for Jermaine Kearse. He had 2 scores on the day, failed 2-point conversion. Seahawks lead is 5. But Big Ben, he threw for 456 yards. That's a record against Seattle. And that's vintage Ben to Marcus Wheaton.
Wow. Listen, when he negotiates the pocket with his footwork, you know he's going to go deep. DBs can't guard that long.
I love when they do that. Run one way and throw back the other way. Especially when they line those fast guys up. Those safeties, learn what they
Now, you saw Russell Wilson 0-12 in his career when the other team scores 25. The Steelers have 27. But Wilson says, I'll take your stats, and you can do that to him.
That's a great throw right there, Wilson, getting that ball. Because you got to get it in, up, and down before that safety gets over the top.
They failed on the 2-point conversion again. So now the Steelers down 5, 3rd and 10. That's incomplete. However, Big Ben roughing the passer on Michael Bennett. It's not this hit. It's that one.
Ben Bell got ling right there.
Now, he stayed in the game, did Roethlisberger. On 3rd and goal, tries to run it in. Stops short. The Steelers, with 2 timeouts left and 3 and change to go, kick a field goal to get within 2, but they need a defensive stop. Not only did they not stop him, they didn't stop him, if you know what I mean.
Man, what a great job. I mean, now, this is a play to XO. That was an under route, right? It was, and most guys will start running that under 5 yards and they'll run away and they won't get it done. And Baldwin did a great job of stepping him back up and then coming across perfect timing. Just a wonderful route.
As far as Roethlisberger, he didn't finish the game, pulled himself out with concussion-like symptoms, and the Seahawks win this one by 9. Sorry about it. Colts and
Maybe
Steelers.
not for you. It was good for Ben and Mike Tomlin.
It was good for
Antonio
Brown. And
yes,
not for that guy, Matt Hasselbeck, who was 4-0 replacing Andrew Luck as a starter. After Jacoby Jones fumbled the opening kick.
Okay, it wasn't good for Matt Hasselbeck either.
Fumbled the opening kick.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did. He had a tough day. Then Hasselbeck got picked by Jarvis Jones.
Yeah.
Later on, the first Hasselbeck tipped and picked Brandon Boykin, who can barely get off the bench these days.
Matt Hasselbeck, these little white chairs we are sitting in are comfortable.
Stop it.
He got more time. That
Last week you were talking about how you wanted him to start in place of Andrew Luck when he got healthy.
No. We were just saying, I'm riding with you on that.
You're riding with me, right?
I'm riding with you on that. Exactly. You'll see.
All right, how about the night Roethlisberger had to Martavis Bryant going up and getting it?
That's grown man football right there.
He only runs one route.
Run it well.
And he runs it well.
That's 26 yards on that.
They call him a one-trick pony. I want that pony.
That trick.
This guy's got every trick in the book. 84, Antonio Brown.
Hey.
Before the play, Vontae Davis was calling for the safety, say, hey, I need some help over here.
Yeah, okay. You ain't asked for help when they gave you that check.
6 touchdowns.
I see right now, it's going to be a good night.
Steelers
we got shooting tonight.
I'm just saying.
And then Roethlisberger, the guy who had more than 200 yards receiving last week, Marcus Wheaton, gets it inside the 5.
With a pellet gun.
And then Roethlisberger, right before the half, to Wheaton. Wheaton again.
That's it.
Steelers have 21-10. It was over.
Hey, Kenny Wheaton, Sweet Wheaton, what's up, baby?
Wheaton eating. Third quarter, Roethlisberger to Martavis Bryant. This guy's a touchdown machine.
He's
14
a
of them
pony.
in 17 career games.
A go route has to be in the game plan defensively when you're going up against Martavis.
Hey,
But wouldn't you know it if you're a cornerback that this is what he's going to do?
Yeah, and you can't stop him.
He's that good.
And then Roethlisberger to Antonio Brown
This
again.
is a
Final
bad-
play of the third quarter.
Prime.
Jeez.
This man right here.
Martavis Bryant runs the 9 route like flipper in, so you know it's coming. You can't do nothing about it.
And then you can't do nothing about this either.
Flipper
Big
got me
Ben,
on one of them nasty.
Brown.
That's why I said that. I know.
4 more TD tosses for Roethlisberger. Remember, he had 6 a year ago and dropping 51 on the Colts.
Oh, man.
And then, you know what? They had to punt to him as well.
Mama, there goes that man.
We show you this in 1 or 2 regions.
Oh, yeah.
This is a
All
good
right, now
player.
hold on here, guys. 4th punt return for a touchdown for 84. Please tell me about the celebration because it's Mitch Kupchak time.
It's impromptu.
Exactly.
Wait a second.
Just like the front flip was
Prime.
impromptu.
He hit his butt first. I know it seemed like something else, but he hit his butt first. And he just wanted to play.
It's padded, okay? It's padded.
What's padded?
Steelers and Bengals, and early on there was this.
Get it going early.
Perfect, of course, the guy who took down Le'Veon Bell, so maybe the Steelers still thinking about that. Everybody comes out. Look, Pac-Man Jones in the boot.
In the walking boot.
In the orange,
yeah.
The fight in your pajamas is serious. Remember that phrase.
Even more serious
if
than
the
a
guy
walking
comes
boot.
out right. If the guy comes out, he doesn't have the pads on. Man, he's got his slippers on. Hey, he's serious. This game matters. Andy Dalton injured in this game. He was out. AJ McCarron. AJ McCarron. Who's the better AJ? Oh, come on now. AJ McCarron to AJ Green, and they're
AJ Green
the
can
Bengals.
punt too, apparently.
Yeah, that was good. Bengals get back in this game at 13-7. A little stutter step, and then that's DB panic mode, isn't it?
Safety help. Safety help.
No. That's when he's no longer a safety. He's called a safety. That's what you do. Mid-stride, you're looking to see if he's on his way to help. You're like, come on. It happens. It happens. It happens. If it hasn't, you hadn't played long enough. And then A.J. McCarron that happens also. And Gay gets the touchdown and the dance of the day. This celebration went on. I mean, this was the celebration of the day.
Go. It's still going now.
Yep, it's still going on. Go. Gay's still dancing. Hold on, get on the ground and crawl. Come on. Oh! Porter going to get some. A.J. McCarron, though undaunted, looks for A.J. Green again, finds him over the middle at 23-7. This game far from over. On the deep dig, going to get it. Couldn't do anything there. Big Ben down the sideline. Great interception. Reggie Nelson with the great interception. Nelson had been in a squabble earlier, and he just says, feed me, because I'll eat it up. Get it.
Now, did he get out of bounds?
He stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, okay.
You know what? The braids pulled him over and out of bounds.
The weight.
The weight of the braid.
Run.
A.J. McCarron, though, returns the favor.
You know, the
Reds, man. Robert Gold picks him off, throwing it
over the middle, and high.
That's the difference. Anyway, back to the receiver. Back to the highlight on the overthrow. But A.J. McCarron, and those are the mistakes you get from a guy who's only thrown 4 passes in his career when he comes into the game.
Yeah.
D'Angelo Williams, touchdown. His second of the day. And this game ends 33-20, so the Bengals don't clinch the division. The Steelers stay alive. Their wild card hopes are alive. Their divisional hopes are alive because understand this. If Andy Dalton is out for an amount of time, it could be a very interesting finish.
Denver, win, and you're in. No Peyton yet again.
They
Hanging out
kill me with
Bill
the cover in
Foley.
the mouth when they talk. Come on, man.
Hey, Brock Osweiler had it going. Emmanuel Sanders, the former Steeler receiver, had a monstrous day. 8 grabs, 139 in the first half. Denver, which had gone 24 consecutive drives without a touchdown, scored on back-to-back. They were getting it going. Ensuing Steelers drive. Big Ben, Antonio Brown. It's a gain of 12. Malik Jackson finished the tackle. Then Cody Wallace comes in late. David Bruton after the whistle. It's ugly. Wallace is called for unnecessary roughness on that. And you can understand why. Don't clean up the pile. That is a no-no these days in the NFL. Bruton, you all right, bud? Next play, Roethlisberger. Picked off by Josh Bush on the tip drill. Bush, of course, only playing because Bruton's on the sidelines. On to the second quarter. Denver up 20-10. Second and goal. That's a nice pick, by the way. With 2 minutes to go in the first half, Osweiler, who was really great in the opening 30 minutes, gets it out to Thomas. Bubble screen, and they score. Osweiler bothered by a sore shoulder there right before the break, but didn't really miss any time. We go into the second half. Steelers down 27-13. Midway through the third, Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown, that PI on Chris Harris. Harris doesn't like it, is it?
That's one of the few that he didn't catch. Targeted 18 times, 16 receptions. Somebody got work today.
Yeah, there's Roethlisberger. There's one of those 16. 16 grabs, $189, 2 scores.
Wow.
Harris's first touchdown allowed since week 12 of 2013. Now watch this. Steelers punt. Steelers touch the ball. That's a free ball. Juwan Norwood, he knows all about it. He picks it up. He starts running. And nobody can bring him down. That's like a freebie. That's a touchdown.
Of course it's a freebie.
Except there's a flag. All the Broncos players on the sideline thought the play was dead. They started to come on the field, so that's illegal substitution. Touchdown comes off the board, and that was a huge play against Gary Kubiak's crew. On to the fourth. Steelers down 7. Roethlisberger. Brown. And this is what makes it the best. Get off me, Brown!
Grown man here.
That's against Bradley Roby.
All receivers, DBs, listen up. This is your guy. This is your hero. Put him over your fireplace and look up to him.
3 plays later, Big Ben to Marcus Wheaton, who's turning into a strong number 3. We are tied at 27. Wheaton with 6 grabs for 62 yards. Roethlisberger threw for 380. Then Osweiler under 4.5 to go. He is picked off by Ryan Shazier. The only interception on the day. I see Mike Tomlin find that camera.
I love it. I love it when the coach shows you emotion.
Then Roethlisberger, Brown.
Rampart, squad 51. 84 is on the loose.
The Steelers have come all the way back to take the lead. But Brock, not done. 4th and 5, looking for C.J. Anderson now. You're thinking it's over. Denver turns it over on down. 2 plays later, no. Ben. It is picked off by Brandon Marshall. Now, of course, every turnover is reviewed. And indeed, it was an interception. So Brock's like, I got to find my helmet. Let's go. I'm back in business. Osweiler, 2nd and 10. Nearly picked off by Will Allen to seal it. Denver's still alive. 2 plays later, 4th and 10. Osweiler looking for Sanders. Tip and incomplete. The Steelers outscore Denver 21-0 in the second half. They hang on and win it. So take a look at your playoff picture.
All right, guys, Steelers and Ravens. Clear mismatch on paper, right? Ben Roethlisberger versus Ryan Mallett.
Okay.
previously with the Texans, of course, this season. And how about this throw and catch from
he's putting on a clinic.
Mallet to one of the stars of the Super Bowl a year ago.
This is why Mallet will always have a future team. Whenever he gets released, there'll always be somebody else that'll sign up for it because he's so intriguing with his size and arm.
Chris Matthews, remember, made all those plays on the Patriots in the Super Bowl. And here, big play to get the Ravens on top early, 7-0 over the Steelers. Same score here, start of the second quarter. Ben Roethlisberger looking for Antonio Brown. There's a catch for you.
Looked like a catch.
It did, didn't it? Catch one.
Little bobble.
Little bit of a bobble there.
Never got that second foot down.
Yep, ruling overturned. Play would be incomplete. Steelers settle for a field goal, down 7-3. Two Steelers possessions later, trailing 10-3 here. Roethlisberger, this time he's picked off.
Yeah,
Darrell Smith.
Ben just seemed flat today. Little what we'll say, unenthused maybe. He didn't trust what he was seeing. There's a lot of double pumps, double clutches on the ball today. You can see he looked confused.
Roethlisberger, 7 of 12 for just 66 yards and a pick in the first half. Let's go second half. Any better here for the Steelers?
No.
Well, that'll help.
Well, you got to get a flag to make it better. That's a hard one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Kendrick Lewis has a hockey background, DJ, but
checked him right to the boards.
That was a cross check for sure. Ended up getting called for pass interference. So ball spotted at the 1, and D'Angelo Williams will take over from there. Steelers now within a field goal, down 13-10.
D'Angelo Williams, we say it here every week, LeVar's line. It's maybe the most underrated signing in the offseason.
Yep. And here, Ben Roethlisberger on the next possession, looking to at least tie, but no, he is sacked by Zadarius Smith.
Kentucky Wildcats.
6-yard loss. Roethlisberger sacked 3 times in the game. Fourth quarter now, still down 13-10. Big Ben picked off by Jimmy Smith as he was looking for Antonio Brown. Second pick of the game.
Jimmy Smith, the one talented corner for the Baltimore Ravens, so you put him on Antonio Brown. I thought with all the weapons they had, they might look to spread it around a little bit more in this one.
Well, really good coverage there on AB. Comes up with the pick, gets it back to the offense, and Ryan Mallett finding Kyle Juszczyk from Harvard all the way down to the 3-yard line after that 34-yard game.
You knew they weren't going to be able to run against the Steelers, but they were able to throw the ball effectively.
Yep.
Surprisingly.
And then the handoff to Javorius Allen. Go get Buck Allen a touchdown as the Ravens extend the lead. Look at that. Gee whiz, that was like a little John Brown-esque there.
That was, it was a violent celebration.
Saved some energy. 20-10.
That's the type of day they had.
Ravens on top and look like they might put it out of reach right here.
Yeah, but
on what would be a Jimmy Smith pick 6.
That is a long way to go for nothing.
And Jimmy's like, Courtney Upshaw, you owe me big time.
Big.
Courtney Upshaw called for offside.
Just lined up wrong.
Negating.
And didn't even have an impact on the play other than being offside.
On the complete other side of the field. 101-yard pick 6 negated, and it ends up turning into a Steelers touchdown. D'Angelo Williams gets the edge and gets the 6. So Steelers now within a field goal as Williams went over 100 yards on the day, had the 2 touchdowns. It's 2017. Roethlisberger under 2 minutes to play. Oh, gosh, Martavis Bryant. Would have been a great catch.
Lost his balance a little bit there.
Looked like Big Ben had him, but they couldn't hook up. So next play, a 4th and 15. And looking for Marcus Wheaton, but it is incomplete.
These guys have gotten used to looking for flags every single time they go out for passes. They got to start going back to trying to make plays versus looking for help.
Well, and with all the weapons that Big Ben has on the perimeter there, couldn't get any of them in the end zone. 0 touchdowns for Roethlisberger, 215 yards, 2 picks on the day as John Harbaugh's squad gets the best of Mike Tomlin and the Steelers.
Sweep City. Break out the broomstick.
Sweeping the Steelers. For just, I think, the first time since 2012.
And did it today with their JV team.
2011. First time since 2011. So the Ravens win it 20-17. The Steelers could then find their way into the playoffs after a disappointing loss to the Ravens a week ago. All they had to do was then beat the Browns.
You know, we just came out of the Buffalo game. Sammy Watkins, we didn't mention his name, had a monster day. But I don't think anybody's going to outdo what this guy right here, Antonio Brown, did.
They tried to double cover him, didn't work.
They tried to triple cover him. That didn't work.
So the Steelers up 14-9, but hey, Big Ben picked off here. And check out the return.
Yeah, Robertson talking about defenders playing some offense.
Right?
Nice little make you miss.
Inside the 10-yard line on the return.
Well, you got to believe they would think it's play spoiler.
With a position here, Austin Davis, boy, looking to go up on the Steelers, but it's James Harrison getting the pick right there in the end zone.
Seen that before.
Opportunity, sure have.
He ran a long ways after it before, though.
He did.
The legs a little older now.
Steelers still up 14-9 here, then off the interception by James Harrison. Darius Hayward-Bay for 66.
I don't think anybody is going to want to see this team in the first round or second round of the playoffs.
Led to a Pittsburgh field goal, so they're up 5, and that defense coming up big here, forcing the fumble. Sack fumble. Austin Davis gives it up, and that allows Big Ben an opportunity to put a little cushion. And he finds Marcus Wheaton in the end zone. Boy, nice throw and nice catch.
Yeah, Ben, you've seen him. Like, he had the one mistake today, but you're starting to see him get back in a rhythm after an off week.
And that's the Browns going to cough it up on the kickoff return. And this game got out of hand quick here for Cleveland in the fourth quarter.
At some point in time,
Austin Davis.
You're playing with Austin Davis and you're trying to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's not going to happen.
William Gay picks it off. And the Steelers, maybe one of the more unlikely scenarios today, and come in,
be the most dangerous
beat the Browns, and earn themselves a playoff spot. They are currently the 6th seed there in the AFC. 3 touchdowns, 2 picks for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Browns now 3-13 on the season. D'Angelo Williams, again, something to keep our eye on here, who left the game with an ankle injury, did not return. Something we'll keep our eyes on here as we go forward.
You talked with the coach this week, feels this is his best Bengals team he's ever had.
Yes, it does. You know, I think there's no really gaping hole when you look at this football team on both sides of the ball. They have some playmakers on each side. Of course, without saying, we'll talk about it a lot tonight. Andy Dalton, 5 years in, 5 years of experience, had his best year of his career by far. Not being in is a big deal for this Bengals team.
Got the cast off of the right hand, but not making any throws yet. He'll be reevaluated if their season continues early in the week.
And gets the Steeler in good field position.
And 2nd and 10 to Wheaton. Got him by the ankles, and the ball's down. And I think Cincinnati has the recovery.
Shoot.
3rd and 13. McCarron goes down the field, and it is intercepted by Blake. And Blake makes a nice move to get away from a couple of Cincinnati players, and finally brought down by Bernard at the 40.
You should know the flag is going to be thrown.
2nd and 25. And Roethlisberger goes down the field. Open is Brown. And he's got the catch near the 20.
Beautiful.
Got to get to the 19. Here comes the blitz. Perfect over the top. Pass. There was contact. Adam Jones defending. No flag intended for Antonio Brown. Field goals during the regular season. This from 39 out. And the kick by Boswell. Center cut. 51-yard punt. Sets up the Steelers. Back at the 25, and then the little throw to Toussaint. And he's got 16.
I think it's a big reason why we have a 3-0 score here.
And again, they split the 2 regular season matchups. There is a slashing Brown looking for the sideline and finds it. He's out for the remainder. 2nd and 15. And Big Ben throws. Oh, what a hit. And holding on to it is Wheaton, and the flag is out.
Early in the field is a catch. Personal foul. Defense, number 36. Half the distance to the goal. Hit on a defenseless player.
Around, right down the middle, you'll see, oh, the little stutter go. That's what caught Leon Hall. Just that little flinch by Wheaton. And here comes the hit. Hits the helmet with the shoulder.
Here's Roethlisberger to the, oh no, it's short of the end zone. It's off the hands of Ray. Not sure where he was going with that one. 30-yard attempt coming up for Boswell.
Got away with the interception, that's for sure.
And the kick is good with 33 seconds to go. Kneel down and on to the half. The home playoff teams haven't scored yet in 6 quarters.
Well, it's just the second game, but that's you're right. And what's the other stat that you told me about home? The quarterbacks are
the visiting quarterbacks on Wildcard weekend have 37 postseason starts. 2nd and 10. Hill finally has an opening, has a first down and a whole lot more. Down to the 30-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds by Timmons. It was A.J. Green who really helped make that happen.
You can see that he's healthy now.
Longest play of the night for either side from the 29. McCarron has the ball come out of his hands, and that's a free football. And it's recovered by Cam Thomas, and it slips out of his hands. William Gay taken off for his 2nd touchdown of the year against the Steelers, against the Bengals. Gay takes it all the way. If they don't rule Thomas down, got all kinds of things to check here.
After reviewing the play, after the recovery, the defender's left knee was down at the 49-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Pittsburgh, but after the 15-yard penalty at the 36-yard line, right hash.
But Jarvis Jones made the big play.
Drake Kirkpatrick, who was injured late in the first half, is back out at corner. And here comes a end around for Bryant. Oh, look at him get through traffic. And there's Kirkpatrick I just mentioned, trying to give chase to Bryant and forces him out of bounds near the 20.
Boy, he's playing with the purpose that time.
From the 16. With pressure to the end zone and incomplete. Adam Jones had Hayward Bay covered up. But the 3rd time now they call him Boswell. This from 34. And he makes the margin. 9. With his 3 kicks. And here they come. On the blitz. They find the open man. Brown got away. And he's cutting to the far sideline. Kirkpatrick is blocked. And Brown finally is tackled at the 10-yard line.
Castro, the right guard.
Yeah, he's on perfect.
Yep, got him, and that fight's not on, and he takes him down.
From the gun, Roethlisberger in zone bound, and it is a touchdown. Martavis Bryant living up to the challenge.
Yep, nice route by him. Watch what he does, and you're thinking, how can he get open against Kirkpatrick in the back of the end zone? Top of your screen, number 10, little fake curl inside. Then look at the separation it gives him against Kirkpatrick, and Roethlisberger right on target.
Well, look at the catch. As he tried to control it, make sure he didn't lose it. This is an amazing acrobatic effort from behind.
I was so busy watching the route.
And a flip.
Does he keep control?
Yes.
Mike Tomlin says, I agree. Go ahead, go here. We're going to make it more than we miss.
Roethlisberger looking for options. Zings it back of the end zone, incomplete. That was for Wheaton. They had been 8 out of 11. And Ben made it very clear. This is coming from Love, but it's time you toughen up. That's what he had said. There's A.J. Green's 3rd catch.
Yeah, and he said, I'm just challenging.
Only CBS from the 36. Giovanni Bernard, there's that quickness. And that was a tackle by Mike Mitchell that should not be. Backing off the blitz, giving McCarron time. Goes underneath, and he is smashed. Shazier lays out Bernard, and Shazier comes up with the football. Whistles. And this goes against this. We can hear this.
It is a fumble. It'll be a Pittsburgh football, 1st and 10, 37. Please adjust the game clock to 1:37, please.
Roethlisberger in trouble. Tapped at the 3 by Perfect, who has the football, but the quarterback is hurt. Roethlisberger
fell on his shoulder.
Oh boy.
Yep. Got pinned. Couldn't protect himself. And I would say so far the linebackers have been terrific.
2nd and 10. McCarron. Long ball time. Down the field it goes. He had it for a moment. A flag is out. Green was interfered with. Will Allen
didn't react to the ball well.
Number 20. Automatic first down. Spot on the foul.
A.J. Green's going deep. Boy, 2 double moves on one play.
Number 70.
And that second one's what got Will Allen to think, well, it's going to be an easy defense right here. That's a good call. He never turns around.
With 11. They give it to him. And he's in for the touchdown.
Well, if the first play works, let's do it again. So they ran the exact same play when Ben Roethlisberger, they did pick up Michael Vick. It didn't go well. They put him back in there from all the preseason work.
In trouble, no chance. The Bengals double up and get him. Dunlap and Sims. You mentioned Mike Vick. 3rd and 17 is Bryant with the Bengals having that one completely covered up.
A lot of side action to go along with it.
Here's McCarron setting up screen to Hill. He's got room. He's got 10 and a first down.
Rule was instituted in 1995.
1st and 10 for McCarron. Going to dump it off underneath. And Hill races out for another 13. Bernard is not coming back, we've just been told. They're blitzing. Gets the pass away. Diving catch by Eifert. We'll call it 36 now as they step back a little bit more with Hubert. Here's the kick, and it is good. 10 points in the quarter by the Bengals. Pittsburgh leads at 15-10.
Those underneath throws.
Here's a 3rd and 4 play. Jones. Down the field and incomplete. And no flag. That is only 2nd fair catch of the season earlier in this game. A dangerous threat. He's going to have a chance to handle it here. Spins around and goes. Adam Jones to the 45 of Pittsburgh.
And get the football back with time.
Here they come on another blitz. William Gay blitzing, leaving open. Jones hammered down after the first down by Moats.
To give A.J. McCarron a chance to win this game.
Here's a 3rd and 7. And McCarron goes down the field, and it's caught. And Breed's in for the touchdown.
We saw it early in the game, and this pass was knocked down, but A.J. Green goes inside and then breaks back out. What a job by McCarron.
4 players shift in the formation. Little toss over the hill. The Steelers are all over it and deny him.
That was dangerous. Could have been a lateral, which it was, and that could have been returned.
Yes, it can.
The perfect defense to get that touchdown.
Short kick. Return opportunity for Wheaton. But the Bengals have it covered up, including Smith. Trying to drive to get an attempt at a winning field goal. Jones, middle of the field, and that is intercepted, and it's Perfect who comes away with the football. He better be down because he's running the wrong way.
Watch what he does, though. 55. What a job. Contact, he's down. Contact takes him to the ground. There it is on the ground also.
Yeah, no question.
But he fooled the quarterback.
Here's Hill. Jarvis Jones. Ball is out. Shazier had it for a moment, and now it's picked up by Cockrell. Let's see here. They're going to rule that Hill was down. I believe it's a fumble. Watch the knee, watch the elbow, but the ball there is moving. Mike Carey, any doubt in your mind?
In my mind, that ball is moving, and certainly there's not enough to reverse.
Right. Start doing the math on what would this situation have been.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands as called. 1st and 10.
And look who's coming out. I'm looking across the way. Ben Roethlisberger trots onto the field. 3rd and 2. Rushing 3. Roethlisberger lofts it. And quite a catch by Toussaint. Had to adjust. And he goes out of bounds. Gain of 7 in the 1st. Roethlisberger swings it over to Toussaint. Gets a move to get around Lewis Harris, and near another 1st, and Pittsburgh's got to take a timeout here. 3rd and 7 with 32 seconds. Trying to cross him up on the ground. Toussaint got tripped up. That was Michael Johnson who saved what would have, in all likelihood, Roethlisberger has the 1st down. Brown to the 48.
They call the timeout immediately.
Roethlisberger from the pocket. Middle of the field, incomplete.
Personal foul.
A flag does come in.
Went to the head.
Lewis Harris is going to be flagged for this on the hit on Antonio Brown, and it's going to put the Steelers in field goal range. Perfect was in there too. Brown is still down.
That's, of course, flagrant.
Out of control?
Out of control. It's going to be everything. That's going to be suspension, fine.
It may cost this team a game.
Personal foul. Defense number 24. 15-yard penalty. 1st down.
Adam Jones.
Well,
go for the kick, then in all likelihood would win it if he makes it. And the kick is drilled, and the Steelers are back ahead at 18-16.
Looking for his first playoff victory. You think it's over. We got the football.
Adam Jones. And he runs into Jarvis Jones. And tackled at the 24.
Terrible day for the league.
McCarron launching it deep. Batted down by Shazier. And the game is over. The Steelers have come back behind Roethlisberger, re-entering the game and driving them with the aid of penalties to the game-winning field goal. right at the end of the game. Marvin Lewis giving an earful to Vontez Perfect. Adam Jones sobbing. We saw the fans the same thing. The drought does not end on a rain-soaked night. A vicious, violent game it was. And now we're all set for the AFC Divisional round. Kansas City is traveling to Gillette Stadium to take on the Patriots. The Chiefs and the Patriots, that's Saturday on CBS. And then on Sunday, again, Pittsburgh and Denver will meet for the second time in a month. What a sequence of events at the end of this game.
Yeah, it really was. Started with the fumble. Ben Roethlisberger comes back in the game. The 2 personal fouls, the game-winning field goal.
Boswell absolutely split the uprights. And the Steelers advance. Heartbreak here for the Cincinnati fans as the Bengals looked like they had it. And then some out-of-control moments at the end cost them their season. Coming up next, the Subway post-game show for Phil, Tracy, Mike Carey, Jim Nance saying so long from Cincinnati. You've been watching the NFL on CBS. Divisional weekend stops here in Denver for the Steelers and the Broncos, the winner to face New England next Sunday for the AFC Championship.
Different game plan here today so far for Denver's defense.
Little high snap, Barry able to field it. Bolden is the returner, lets it bounce once, and now brings it to the near side. Got a good block. He's got a brigade in front of him, and Bolden still going on his feet to the 30. And Talib is there to let him know that that's a choke for the Broncos side. And a quick 3 it is for Denver. Coming off the long return. Roethlisberger's first 2 completions have both gone for negative yardage. And here is with a little bit of pressure as an open man. It's Coates. And look at Sammy Coates. The rookie from Auburn gets shoved by Harris. And that just accelerates him for another 10 yards.
Oh, the Denver Broncos.
3rd and 9 for Pittsburgh. Residing at the Denver 40. Pump fake and now the toss. Near the first down is Wheaton. They bring James into the backfield, 4th and 1. A little play action. Roethlisberger goes down the field and it is knocked away. Broken up at the last moment by Talib. Looked like Wheaton might have a play on the football. Jordan Berry and a new returner back for Denver with Bolden on the sideline having just been nicked. This is a sideways kick. And a win really just threw everything off from the snap on. And he's got it again. But they've had a drive start at the Pittsburgh 30.
See a lot of that today.
Here's a 2nd and 9, and Roethlisberger's got an open target. And it's Bryant who got hit from behind and almost juggled the football. Total defense, 2 for 380 in the game. And they're going to run it end around with Bryant, who had a big one last week for 44 yards, and another huge chunk of yardage for Martavis Bryant. He got a block from Marcus Wheaton, and the Steelers race down the sideline, replaced by Bradley Roby. That's Toussaint weaving through traffic and now spinning for a first down and more. Look at the balance by Toussaint.
The fullback.
A foot away, 1st and goal. It's Toussaint. And it's a touchdown.
Did you notice he didn't panic when the football was handed to him? He just kind of like, let me just see what's going on and see if the pass rush can get there.
3rd and 5 from the 20. Roethlisberger stands in the pocket, and look who's wide open. Darius Hayward-Bay cuts back to the middle, and he got away from Bush. Roby, though, is able to tackle him and prevent the touchdown. 3rd and 13.
Wow, it's getting hit.
Here comes the blitz. They pick it up. Roethlisberger, incomplete. It's going for Miller. Barry on the hold. Plays the win. Goes off that right side. And it's good. This kid made 4 against Cincinnati last week. Vick looking up top. And that caught by Sanders.
If you punted it in the end zone, so.
For the 3. And he finds, Sanders unable to hold on the collision. Hit by Mitchell, and it's ruled incomplete.
It's kind of great to hear it. A lot of times we hear what? Oh, yeah, I don't watch football.
Second and 9, Anderson galloping past the 20, the 30, and taken down at the 40 by Jarvis Jones. Here they come. Manning is walloped as he got rid of it. Will Allen on the safety blitz. Just beats the play clock, loses the football, and falls on it. There's Allen again. He topples.
The goalposts are actually moving.
There it is, and it starts to shift at the last moment. They rule it good. Boy, that was close.
I think he was happy with that zone defense, the way it went for his team.
There's Roethlisberger finding a man open at the last moment. It's Bryant who weaves past Roby. And look at him take off to the 26. Giant gains. 2 pass plays over 50 yards included. There's another open target. It's Bryant again for a first. Got it away just in time. Goes to the end zone, and it's knocked down by Talib, denying Martavis Bryant. When Gary was the coach of the Texans and kids were competing here by Rice University, kick is good. From 28.
Putting them in tough situations.
There they go to the air, and the catch made for the first down.
The kind of team that can get to the quarterback too quick.
Open in the middle. It's Norwood twisting with Shazier on him. Pittsburgh rushes 4. Down the sideline, pass over the head of Norwood. Kick by McManus. Dead center. Ben out of the gun. Puckett held up for him, and he got it to Coates. And Coates.
Now that you got to be the first option, they're spreading the football around to all the guys today.
Here's a handoff to Toussaint. Ball is on the ground and recovered by Ware. Cody Wallace tried to fight for it. Looked like Ware had it. For 184 yards. Then a 3rd and 12. Here they come blitzing again from the secondary. Pass is caught by Fowler, who breaks off the tackle from Allen and is down at the 35. There's Sanders with a stiff arm that picked up the first down. They will advance the winner to the AFC title game next Sunday. Hillman took advantage of a tiny crease, and he's got him 1st and goal to go. Back to Anderson. Anderson fights for it, and he's across for the touchdown. Boy, there was contact. Looked like he was going to get stopped initially. Move him into a slot. Stack 3 to the right. Quick throw. Demarius Thomas has the 2.
Good outside rushers. Can they hold up?
Steps up. Finds his man. What a tackle. Pressure. Pass incomplete. They get to him, and Roethlisberger tries to shuttle it to Gilbert. It's picked up by Miller. The play is ruled down. Brewer snaps it back, and the kick. That's the kill shot. 10-point margin now for the Broncos. Mike Tomlin was hopeful they could get past here. He felt Brown would be ready to play next week. There's Bryant. Tackled by Marshall with the 29, and they hurry up. Convert a Hail Mary. Part one is complete. It's good. Approaches it from the side. Here's the kick. Touched by a Pittsburgh player. And then recovered by Anderson back at the 39.
I thought the Pittsburgh player,
he was the closest one to the football.
Everybody was so close to the sideline, but moot point.
Broncos and Patriots are going to battle for the AFC Championship next Sunday here in Denver. You're going to be hearing all the talk again about Brady Manning and the Brady Manning Bowl number 17. We've been there for 8 of them. They had that matchup on this field 2 years ago. And, of course, earlier this season, Peyton was out with injury. Denver wins it 23-16. Coming up, the Subway postgame show for Phil, Tracy, Mike Harry, and Jay Feely. Jim Nantz saying so long from Denver. You've been watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 50. James Brown and the crew in New York coming up after this.